welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Emmanuel Koringo, a technology education student from my university. Today I want to take you through my educational trip which we went to the Mombasa on 29 of June 2025 to 5th of June 2025. Okay, the trip was amazing. I've never been to the Mombasa. I never had a long journey like that. It was very amazing. We really enjoyed. Okay, the main reason as to why we went to this trip was basically for us to learn and engage on the practical skills on how technology is used in these companies and how we can embrace technology as compared to this world, as to this current world. Okay, we were scheduled to take on 6 companies, I'm sorry. Okay, the first company was Associated Vehicle Assembly. The second company we went was Mombasa Cement. The third company was Kenya Pipeline Company. The fourth company was Prolo Kenya Limited. The fifth company was African Marine and General Engineering, and the sixth and the last company was Kenya Ferry Company. Okay, which is located in Likoni, of course. Okay, those all companies were able to mingle with the CEOs of the company, managers. Some companies we had managing directors, CEOs. We were able to interact and ask a lot of questions and gain more on what we can do to explore so that we can generate or even create job opportunities today. We were motivated, really motivated. Okay, straightly I'm going to start with the Associated Vehicle Assembly, which was a fantastic company. I've never been at an assembly like a vehicle assembly like that. Okay, we were able to learn more. The first thing we were able to learn was how job is being created, because if you look at the history of the third company, shows how it's run from low workers to the high workers, which really motivated due to expansion and even creating more job opportunities. Okay, in this company, so that the car can be delivered or even into the finished product, it undergoes many stages. The first stage was receiving a knockdown kit. This is receiving a knockdown parts of the car. For example, receiving parts of the car. So it's being joined together process by process. So the first place was to receive a knockdown car. Then the second stage was inspecting if it reaches the CAPS quality. So quality control. That one was a body assembly. That's now starting from how you have received the product, you have tested it's of good quality. So it's now your time to connect, to join the parts by these automotive engineers. Okay, the third part is the painting the parts of the chassis, painting of the parts. The third place is that is assembling, fine assembly. I love that. The other step is chassis and engine mounting. This is where you attach the engine to the body of the car, so that you can start off the car. Okay, the third stage was that was quality testing. That's where you test if the engine of the car is of good of working, so that it may not bring any distraction or any problem with the owner or client. Okay, the final one was finishing and delivering to the and bringing and driving it to the green yard. That's where a spacing where it has been set aside so that the car can be parked as soon as it has been finished assembling. The third point is where the last and the final part is road test. The car should be taken to the road test so that you can see how how the engine works. Okay, on the following day, we were able to go to Mombasa Cement Limited. We were received, we were warmly welcomed. Though the company had its own rules, we were not allowed to alight from the car. We were just being taught in a car. We were just called around the company. Okay, during the company, we were taken to the mining section. We were shown the mining section of limestone. Actually, that is the origin of the cement now. That the origin of the mining, that is the main raw material of producing cement, that is limestone. So the lorries carry the limestone, then carry them to the grinding chamber. That's where these grinding machines break down it into pieces, and then then after being grinded and crushed severally into powder, is then mixed by the limestone. The limestone then is then mixed with the clay and even a gypsum. So the grinding area, after being mixed into the by gypsum, limestone after being mixed by gypsum and clay, it is then taken to the grinding grid. That's now being grinded into soft border. After doing that, it's then preheated to form in a process called calcinization. That's now the mixture of clay, gypsum, laterite, and limestone have been finely mixed, and then it is preheated. Then the next stage is clinker formation. This is where the clinker is formed. Through the exposing them to the high temperature, forming the clinker. The next stage is cooling. Then that's almost the end process where you cool. Then you break down that cooling material. Then grind it into powder. Then package and ready for storage or even transportation to the site. Okay, that afternoon we were able to be taken to the Kenya Pipeline Company, where we were received by the staffs there. Though it as their rules, we were able to be restricted. We were told to switch off their phones, to remove any lighting that may cause fire. We understand, because it's a company of its own, has own rules, and also it's a flammable area, because petroleum is being stored. Okay, in that area, in that company, petroleum are being docked by the ships from various overseas countries in the world. Okay, specifically, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, Arabic countries mostly, because they are Russia. They are being main processors of crude oil, so that can be generated to the petrol. Okay, in that company, we were able to be shown a very large tank containing a lot of that can carry up capacity a lot of oil, petroleum, kerosene, diesel in a large capacities. So though we were restricted not to move further, but we were shown the area. We were just told that how they are being managed. They are being monitored by CCTV, monitored by the computers, so that in any leakage, any repairing that needed, they just chip on. Okay, in that company, there is pumping and transportation of various oil product like petrol, kerosene, diesel. Okay, in that company, the same company, they enhance quality control. Okay, they were able to test the quality control of these crude oil, of these various petroleum products, petroleum products, so that it can, if it reaches the quality of a Kenya or even the state. Okay, then it's being loaded and then distributed to the various clients, that maybe petrol stations and even all other. Okay, the following day we went, the following day, the third day now at Mombasa, we went to Prolo Kenya Limited. That's where we were received by CEO. This is where we find the CEO there, CEO of the company, which is the owner of the company. We were well received. We were told, oh, now we now learn how he became is to build his own company, how he motivated us on how we can make our own income. Okay, in this prolo we were able manufacturing of the steel pipes, galvanization of the steel pipe, fabrication, which is cutting now of the pipes. Actually, it was mainly the pipes and the steel pipes, which is used to build doors, windows, and many others. Okay, the quality testing is also encouraged being there. Okay, final day we went to the ferry, Kenya ferry. That's where we find I think that's where it was my first time, and we were able to find out to see a moving portable bridge. That's exactly the point. A portable bridge, like a moving bridge. We were just told it's a moving bridge, and yes, it's making sense because it's a moving bridge. It's just moving people from this side to the other side of the Likoni area. We went to the exactly place where we find engines and even maintenance. Also maintenance are being taken place there. We find the member of maintenance staff. We were told on how people do maintain their ferries, or even they build more according to the client. Okay. Also, we went to the African Marine and general engineering. That's where you just design your own. These rich people, tycoons that are doing business from overseas, just design their ports, not actually ports, ships, and then just give them their measurement, even drawn in terms of Archicad or even AutoCAD. Just give them the measurement, then you just direct them on how you build on. They can build on your ship as per your interest, as per your demand. So the people there, we were being guided by the marine engineer, a young marine engineer who motivated us really on how we should how he make up his life and being employed as young as he is. We were able to be taught on how machines how they are being maintained even after coming back from a long distance, or being serviced, and various services that are being taught there. Thank you very much. Let's meet on the next episode. Thank you.